Shalom. Call Haluyam La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bachal Kodash. Bakata Yahweh, Bakata Yahweh Shai, Bakata Bachal Kodash, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bachal Kodash. Shalom and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders and the Akim and the Akwath of the hopeful elect. Shalom. Just want to go into a quick video entitled The Lunar Eclipse is another great sign Babylon is done. And we'll start here in the book of Luke, chapter 21. And we'll start at verse 25. And right here they have it titled there, the return of Mashiach, which means anointed, the deliverer, the savior, Yahweh Shai. So verse 25, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. And how is it distress? Because that goes with all of the calamities that's befalling throughout the four corners of the earth, with the earthquakes. Over there's been earthquakes in Taiwan, I believe, and then in New York had two earthquakes last week, and New York never gets hit with earthquakes, And the economy, the serpent tightening his grip amongst the economies across the earth, telling them they must get this or that to be able to keep a job, and the dollar falling, distress of the nations. This is all signs. It says, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, and everyone's confused because they did what? They put all their trust in man and not the Most High. The sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, meaning people are going to have heart attacks because of the fear. And one of those fears is the realization that so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, the apocalyptic times, and then also when you look up in the sky, it's going to be what? So-called UFOs flooding the skies, the chariots of the Most High. And when the Messiah returns, people are going to have men and women hearts will fill them alone just by seeing the chariots entering into this atmosphere, into this realm. It says, men's hearts filling them for fear and looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. You see, that shows you right there that world superpowers like, America, they're in heaven. Rulership is heaven, being a world superpower, ruling over all nations. They're the powers of heaven, the so-called white men and their militaries, right? Babylon the Great, America. And also Russia, they all have their strong power in the earth about to take down America. And they're going to be shaken because the Messiah is not coming to hug all these nations. He's coming to judge these nations through the power the Most High Yahweh gave him, right? Gave Yahweh Shah all power and authority to be the executor of the judgments in this realm. So verse 27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And that cloud is a buzzword for the chariot, the so-called UFOs. He's going to be in the farthership, the largest one. It's going to cover a lot of ground. Second Ezra 13, the prophet Ezra, he's seen it, and he said he couldn't see the end of it in the beginning. Of it, meaning that it's going to cover so much ground larger than a mountain, So larger than Mount Everest, and whichever is the largest mountain today. It says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So we're looking in the heavens, and we're seeing the chariots and seeing these different signs, like this lunar eclipse. Today what, April 8th, I think. Yeah, April 8th, the day of the lunar eclipse. It's 1 p.m. right now. I see people outside, I'm not, I don't like being amongst these Babylonian folks. So stay to myself. But the heathen marvel at these things, not the Israelites of the hopeful elect. That's that understands that we don't worship the creation, we worship the Creator. We know that these things are simply signs from the Most High, letting communicating with us on the earth. And this lunar eclipse is a great sign of the end of Babylon the Great. It's getting dark out there. So let's see, Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. So we're in a season right now where the Most High is beginning to pluck up America, the so-called white man that he allowed to rule and planted for a season. It's Job 9:24. Let's go ahead and get it real quick. This is what's planted right now, the wicked. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Because Vladimir Putin, he opened up the oldest church over in Russia, like 2 weeks ago, and he said Jesus is black. That's not his name. His name is Yahushai. He's not going to say the real name though, But he showed the images of the biblical men in the scriptures, and they're all dark-skinned looking brothers, because Russia was ruled by so-called black men, the so-called African Americans today, over there during the Middle Ages or the medieval times, aka the Dark Ages, from like around 300 AD when Rome fell until around 13 to 1400 AD. We ruled Egypt, we ruled Europe 1,000 years, and Russia we was all over there in Russia. That's why those buildings over there in Russia look so different. Those are that's ancient architecture, and that was the Israelites. The tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi. We were built those buildings over there, and we had built churches. And now Vladimir Putin, he's in possession of those churches, and we did a lot of paintings over in those churches, and it was our skin tone because it was us. And so, why is the image a so-called white boy, and named him Jesus, right? Because he covered the faces of the judges. The chief judge under the Most High power Yahweh is Yahweh, then Yahushai, right? And he covered the Messiah image. He whitewashed all of our images of the Most High, the Messiah, the angels, and the Israelites. So the earth is given to the hand of the wicked only for a season. It's a little bit darker. Wow. Yeah, man. So from there we'll go to, let's see, where did I get? Did I finish that? Okay. Ecclesiastes 3 and verse. Okay, yeah, I got everything there. So we'll go now to Revelation 20 and 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit and showed him up. And I just went into that, when Rome fell, 300 AD. He was cast in the bottomless pit over there in Europe. He was in the caves over in the Europe area, because Europe is the most resource efficient landmass on Earth. The pit, different nations and landmasses. Every landmass nation is referenced as a pit by the Most High. So verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him. So that shows you that, It's the Most High. Whatever happens to mankind, whatever happens to nations, it's the Most High putting a seal of judgment or allowing or blessing them. That's why now it seemed like for a while the so-called white man couldn't do no wrong because he had that seal of protection to rule for a season. But now that seal is coming off and he's being revealed. And set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. See, he was in those caves from 300 AD to like 1300, 1400 AD. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. And then they call it what? That being loosed a little season, he calls it and references it as the Renaissance period. Renaissance is a French word that means what? Rebirth. So he died and went to his nation died. That's that beast that was wounded to death. And then his wound was healed through now the little horn America in this little season. The same spirit of, the Roman Empire and the political structure, of the political parties and how they run things with the Congress and the Senate, same way the Romans did. This is Rome revised, So that's that little season. Rome is back in that little season here through America, the whore. So, that time is coming up. This lunar eclipse is definitely a great sign, I think they sound like once in a lifetime or, it hasn't happened in like a couple hundred years or something. And so, this is a very, it's a very, very monumental day as far as, that sign right there, that lunar eclipse. So we'll go now to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 33, and verse 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. So we all come from the ground, and we all come from Adam. And much knowledge the Lord Yahweh hath divided them, and made their ways diverse. See, all nations are different, And what separates us from all the heathen nations, though, they all have a heathen base and a heathen foundation, though, because they all have different gods and false gods and false idols from the ancient Babylonian empire of Nimrod and Semiramis and Cush, and Tammuz. That's where you get the sun god Baal and the moon goddess, false moon goddess and false god, the false moon goddess Ishtar and Semiramis, the queen of heaven, the moon goddess, false moon goddess. And then you have Diana, mentioned in the book of Acts. That's the fertility goddess. And then that Easter bunny is a representation of Semiramis, the fertility goddess, and the whoredoms. And everyone's diverse because even amongst the nation of Israel, there's greater men than other men and greater women than other women. And everyone have their own skills and gifts. Like Paul said, he wished everyone had his same gift of being able to abstain from women, right? But every man have their own, he knows that every man have their own gift and their own office. So all men throughout the nation of Israel are diverse. Same foundation of the scriptures, though, of the covenant of the Holy Scriptures, of the law, statutes, and commandments. So it says, verse 12, some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified. So even amongst, Israel, we have the 1/3 that's sanctified, that'll be blessed with salvation, and the 2/3 that will be judged, and set near himself. So the elect is near to the Most High right now. All Israel ultimately after the judgment. But, right now, only the elect is set near the Most High through his only begotten Son, Yahushua. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low, and turned out their places. And chiefly it's talking about Esau, Edom, the nation that is cursed, the cursed nation. So we'll get Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So that's that's a curse. That's a cursing statement. You're cursed if you're hated by someone, right? How much more the Heavenly Father that hates, Esau is one of his. That's the wicked vessel he created, just to teach the Israelites, good from evil. So, we drop down to verse 21. Hath not the potter power over the clay? The Most High is the potter. That's molding all of these clay vessels and clay nations on the earth. Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor. So of the ground, we come from the ground, and that's that clay. And that one nation, that one vessel, that one nation is of honor are the Israelites. And another unto dishonor, and the dishonorable nation are the Edomites, the so-called white race. So this is good versus evil, honor and dishonor, right versus left. Let's see. Verse 22, what if Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. See, the Most High, the wicked, they sin over and over, thinking that it's okay. But the Most High is long suffering, and that's it. He just being patient. It's because the Most High has infinite patience and discipline, and it's just a season for the wicked to rule for a moment, and the Most High letting them build himself up and to destroy them. Verse 23, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy. The vessels of mercy are the Israelites, but chiefly the 1/3 that's going to receive mercy, through that salvation. And, they're going to be in the book of life, which he had afore prepared unto glory. So, all right. So, the Most High, he's having mercy upon the Israelites and no one else. Everyone else would be judged, and then those that survive the judgments are going to get, the heathen going to get rounded up into captivity and build up the kingdom of heaven and pay their slavery that they have destroyed and oppressed the Most High's chosen nation, the Israelites. That's the punishment for that. So let's see, 23. Now let me see. Go back to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 33 and verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand, so what's the clay? The nation, mankind. And the Most High makes them as he wants and makes them diverse. And he has a chosen piece of clay, which are the Israelites. That stock, that chosen stock of clay, the Israelite nation. With our head, Yahweh Shai, first and foremost. The first spirit created was Yahweh Shai, by the Heavenly Father Yahweh. As the clay is in the potter's hand, to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him, the Most High Yahweh, that made him, to render to them as liketh him best. So the Most High, it pleases him to do, he do whatever he pleases. It's his prerogative to do it however he see fit. And in verse 14, good is set against evil. See, that's that vessel of honor and vessel of dishonor. The vessel of honor, which is good, the Israelites. The vessels of dishonor on the left-hand side, which is evil, the Edomites, the so-called white race. And life against death. So the Israelites are the nation of life because they have the commandments. That's what's going to bring that life. And then and life against death. And death is the Edomites are the nation of death. That's their desire. Everything they touch, they want to destroy everything. Like I say, they are rust. You look up the definition rust. The compound, the chemical is red, and it deteriorates everything. That's what the Edomites are, is red, and Edom means red. The Edomites, the red nation, the red people, and red and rust is red, and that's the, it's not a coincidence that rust is red and it destroys and deteriorates, and the so-called white race, they're Edomites, they're the red people, and they deteriorate and destroy as well. Like, that's death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So the godly, what makes a person godly? Keeping the commandments of the Most High. That's the Israelites. That was only the Israelites were given the commandments, which made them the godly nation on the earth. And the sinners are the Edomites, because they say the law's done away with. They create a false religion, blaspheming the Most High's holy scriptures, and saying His laws are done away with. And when you remove the law, all you have left now is just sin, living the life of sin. And that's what the Edomites are. They say, live as you will, and do as thou wilt, and live however you see fit. And YOLO, you only live once, and so live it up, right? What's that? Okay, Genesis 25. It's like Genesis 25 and verse 23. And the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai said unto her, two nations are in thy womb. This is Rebekah, when she had the twins of Esau and Jacob and Esau. Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So that's let you know, even though we twin brothers, the Most High made this a very captivating story, Twins, but they're two different nations. They're not the same nation. And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people. You see, because just look at the sports, right? And look at music, entertainment, acting, everything. We're the best at it all, right? Because we're naturally just stronger mentally, spiritually, and physically. All the inventions in this country comes from so-called, blacks, the tribe of Judah. And I'm sure that there's other inventions by, other 11 tribes as well, but majority, there's a book, what's it called? They wrote 100 inventions by African Americans or blacks, something like that. And it goes into all the different inventions, that we came up with. Because the Most High blessed us, we're not special. It's the Most High that made us this way. And He chose us, so that's why we're very fortunate and grateful, The Most High had settled with us and not with anyone else. Settled, His wisdom with us and made us His chosen nation. So let's see. I think that might be okay. Then verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning. Oh, it's like I didn't finish 23. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. So Esau, he had came out first. See verse 25, and the first came out red. The first child, that's the elder. He came out red, and that's Edom, and that's that red. That's that rust. It deteriorates everything. Rust deteriorates everything, and rust, the color of rust is red. It's the same thing with Esau. Wherever he goes, everything begins to deteriorate all over like a hairy garment, and he's very hairy all over his body. And they called his name Esau, because it means shaggy. Let me just go and get it real quick. See, Esau equals hairy, because he's actually Bigfoot, because when he when he let his hair grow, and if he never cuts his hair, he'll look like Bigfoot. So verse 27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, and that cunning goes into sly, going into deceitful. He's a fox, and that's why the Messiah Yahushua told I believe the Pharisees, he said, you go tell that fox, talking about Herod, the Roman Edomite. He said, you go tell that fox, a fox is cunning, he's sly, He's like one of the weakest, if not the weakest one in the field. So he has to outthink and trick his enemies, his opponents, to be able to eat and get food, right? It's the same way Esau is. He's the weakest nation on earth. So he has to use his cunning That's his skill. That's his strength. Being a slick, tricky devil, deceiver. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man. See, that's why he has those hunting seasons, right? He's the man of the field. He's that hunter, hunting season, where he makes he framed mischief by law. He made it a law where it's legal to go and hunt for a period of time, a annual seasonal hunting period to go kill animals. Because that's the murderer of the earth. As Proverbs 12:10 says. Or Ecclesiastes 12. No, not Ecclesiastes. Proverbs. I had that. Yeah. Proverbs 12:10 says, a righteous man recorded the life of his beasts, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. See, creating a hunting season, that's cruel and that's wicked. But that's what Esau does. He frameth mischief by a law. I think that's Psalms 94:20 or 16. No, yeah, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity, that's Esau, have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law, and that mischief goes into sin. Toil, trouble, labor. Toil, labors. Mischief, misery, trouble, sorrow, grievousness. See, the Most High laws are not grievous, but Esau's laws are grievous. See, iniquity is sin, and wickedness, one of the like words. So when you look at, it's grievous, to those animals that he be killing and destroying through the hunting seasons, right? But the laws of the Most High are not grievous. What in the world? John 3 and John 3 and no, not that one either. I think maybe it's 5:3. Yeah. 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of Yahweh and the name of Yahweh Shai, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So that shows you right there what Esau laws is from his evil, wicked mind, and his laws are grievous. He framed mischief by law, and his mischief is grievousness. His laws are grievous, but not the Most High's. So that's the wicked, gonna come to an end. Yeah, it's getting darker and darker. Wow. Okay, and so now, let's see. Where we at with it? Going back real quick to Genesis 25 and 27. Get that word plain, because Esau and Jacob are two different people. One is righteous and one is wicked. Why would the Most High make that distinction? Two different nations. So if let me go ahead and finish up 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. See, because so-called Blacks, Latino, Native American Indians, we like to chill, relax, kick back, right? Esau, he's the one doing all this skydiving, bungee jumping. He's a quote-unquote daredevil, doing all these different crazy, psychotic, adrenaline rushing stunts, because he loved that adrenaline rush, right? That's ferocious. That's savage. We're not savages. We're civilized. We're calm and relaxed because we have the commandments, and we have a particular tranquility about us. Until we get upset and pissed off about something, and then that's the Most High put that warrior intensity in us. We're the true warriors of the earth, but we chilled and relaxed. So, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents, and we get that word plain. Perfect, complete, perfect. And see what that root word is: to be complete, be finished. See, Esau, he's like I had likened Israelites, so-called Blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians. We're like Esau. He's his body is like the base model. When you buy a car, It's the very generic base level car, and then if you want it souped up to the maximum of the maximum upgrades that it can get, then you have to pay for all the upgrades, leather seats, and whatever else, rims, tires, and everything, right? And satellite radio and all these different features and stuff to upgrade it to the best level that it can get to. And then the Israelites, our bodies is the top level, all the souped up features. And Esau knows this, and he hates this. When I went to the dentist, he said that our teeth, our structure, our teeth, and everything is very it's the strongest, and it's very hard, to take out our teeth. But he said that our teeth is very strong in our gums and structure compared to theirs. It's Edomite telling me this, and it was just another sign, like, man, we truly are just way stronger than these people. Even our teeth and everything is just something to marvel at. How these vessels are different, how our vessels are superior to their vessels, and how much more our mind and spirits. It's getting pretty dark. Let's see. Can hardly see my page for my precepts. Let's see. Let's see where I'm at. Okay. So Proverbs 7 and 2. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. See, we're the nation of life. The only nation of life are the Israelites, because we have the commandments, which is life. Keep the Most High's commandments and live, And then we'll go to Habakkuk chapter 2 and 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine. That wine is false philosophies, false doctrines, saying the law, statutes, and commandments are done away with this false Christianity. He is a proud man. No man is more proud than the Edomite, so-called white man. Neither keepeth at home. He's always in everybody else's borders, right? Saying that they have weapons of mass destruction, or saying whatever narrative he creates to go in to justify to look good in the eyes of people, to look innocent, in the eyes of man, but not caring and thinking upon that he's offending the Most High. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. And that's the nation of death and hell, And it's that nation of death, the Edomites, and the nation of life, or the Israelites, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations. That's over here in America, Babylon the Great confusion. Everyone's philosophies and wines of doctrines are all, poured together, and it's all a great mixture of madness and confusion. And heapeth unto him all people. Wow, it's pretty dark out there. Oh. Shoot. All right. So now let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking out the window a little bit. It's pretty dark or something else. That's something to marvel at. The signs in the heavens. This is just letting the Most High This is a very unnatural thing right here, right? Because it's the Most High's judgment that He's about to bring down. It's a sign in the heaven right now, to let everyone know. Those in the understanding and in the know. The Most High give you a warning before it happens. And Babylon the Great, America has been extremely wicked, and it's time for this place to go down. And I just pray and hope that, that I have my covering and protection, and, everyone that's sincere and genuine, because it's about to get real bad out here. But, never fear. The Most High gave us not the spirit of fear, but of power and of a sound mind. And what makes our mind sound? The understanding of the Holy Scriptures. Yeah, it's getting pretty dark. Wow. And so now I can't hardly see my page. Okay, let's see. I had like one more left, I think. Let me shine some light here. Oh, okay, yeah, that's it. So, all right, perfect timing. Yeah, so this lunar eclipse, this is the end of Esau's rulership. That's why he has the doomsday clock. He knows it. It's almost that time, and wickedness was only for a season to teach the Israelites a lesson, so we can understand wickedness and appreciate the righteousness that he gave us with his scriptures. And I'm about to send his only begotten son to judge, everything. Lord willing, we're of the number of the elect that's preserved. So with that being said, I hope this video was edifying. The waters in Rakhak Dash Basham Yahushai. For another video, to the next video I say, Shalom.